And I'd like to thank Robin Jones and the board for their insights and advice over the last few months. I'm also grateful for the support of my colleagues, the Honourable Rob Flack, and the Associate Minister of Housing, and of course our Parliamentary Secretary, Matt Ray. Since coming to office, our government has been focused on unleashing economic opportunity and prosperity. We inherited a province that was losing more jobs than it was creating, and where red tape and burdensome regulation were stifling innovation and investment. It was a province whose former government thought our best days were behind us, that ignored the North, abandoned manufacturing, failed to invest in long-term care, and refused to build or modernize hospitals. They increased taxes. They left our energy sector in peril, our communities fighting, and Ontario families with the difficult choice of heating your home or feeding your family. Our government got to work immediately. Premier Ford knew that if we were going to restore Ontario as the best place to live, work, invest, and raise a family, we needed to think big and we needed to move fast. We began the process of rebuilding communities, all communities, with a single mission of making sure that no one was left behind. We have moved fast, and while not every decision has given us the results we wanted, the evidence of success is all around us. Close to 700,000 jobs have been created in Ontario since Premier Ford was elected, and still thousands more are available and need to be filled. We have stabilized energy prices and given our communities a voice in future investments. Through the hard work of Minister Gill, we have and are continuing to reduce red tape. Ministers Sarkaria and Surma are opening up all parts of the province to new opportunities, whether it's broadband to every home, better roads and bridges in communities desperate for opportunity, the expansion of GO Train, or the return of the Northlander to help northern communities grow. Minister Cho is building long-term care homes in every part of the province, in large communities, small, urban, rural, and in First Nations communities. In Athens, for instance, the new long-term care home means more jobs and more revenue. Thank you. Got a soft place in my heart for Athens. It was one of the first ones we did. It means more revenue, more jobs, and it allows people who built the community to remain there, close to their family and friends. Ministers Dunlop and Lecce are working together to give the next generation of leaders every tool needed to succeed, with an emphasis on back to basics, learning, stability in our schools, and post-secondary education system whose focus is on the jobs of tomorrow as well as the jobs of today. Minister Piccini is breaking down barriers so that we remain focused on improving opportunities in skilled trades, and is finally removing the obstacles that for far too long have stood in the way of thousands of people who have come here from across Canada and around the world hoping to contribute to build a better, stronger, and more prosperous province. The Deputy Premier and Minister of Health has been working to address the healthcare needs of underserviced areas across the province. She is working to rebuild old, outdated hospitals, improve access to home care, and recognizes the importance of pharmacists in our healthcare system. She's been funding an increase in the number of doctors, nurses, and personal support workers in every part of the province. Ministers Rickford, Peary, and Graydon-Smith understand that the opportunity that northern and rural and remote communities present is the building block of our future prosperity. The building blocks of future prosperity that, in a community like St. Thomas, has landed the largest single investment in new automotive manufacturing in Ontario's history. In fact, the Premier and Minister Fedeli have succeeded in securing over $28 billion in new investments across Ontario, and they are making sure that every community will play a role in helping our province succeed. Before our government came to office, investment had dried up and the Ontario Advantage no longer existed, to the point that one of our largest, most important job creators proclaimed that it was too expensive to invest in Ontario. Today, under the leadership of Premier Ford, we are once again an economic success, and with your support and leadership, we will leave no doubt that the best is yet to come. Rural Ontario is transforming. More people are moving in and new opportunities exist for economic growth. But with those opportunities come new challenges. Our government has proven that we will always have the backs of rural and northern municipalities when it comes to making sure you have the resources and the support you need to manage the growth that you are seeing. We've stepped up with increased funding through our homelessness prevention program. Now, these are funds that municipalities and Indigenous organizations are putting to good use across Ontario to help more people find safe and reliable shelter. We've been increasing various funding streams to help municipalities get more housing-enabled infrastructure built, because we know that to reach our goal of building more homes faster than ever before, we need to have the infrastructure in place to service that growth. Earlier today, Premier Ford announced new details surrounding the rollout of our $1.2 billion Building Faster Fund, including how we intend to roll out the 10% of the funding reserved for small, rural, and northern municipalities. He also announced that we intend to redirect any unspent money in the fund back into housing-enabling infrastructure. Meanwhile, I know Minister Surma announced the intake details of the new $200 million Housing-Enabling Water System Fund, which is critical to getting more shovels in the ground across the province of Ontario. As we work to build more homes for a growing Ontario, we need to make sure that no part of the province is left behind. And that's why we're taking transformative action. Our government has brought in numerous policies already to get shovels in the ground faster. We removed the provincial portion of the HST and cut development charges on purpose-built rental housing. We've enhanced protections for buyers and for renters. We have reduced red tape and sped up the planning process. And we have changed as-of-right zoning rules to create more gentle density in established communities. The policies we have introduced are making a real difference across our province. Rental housing starts are at their highest level in Ontario's history, and housing starts over the last 3 years remain at the highest level in decades. Yet we know that economic headwinds and high interest rates are affecting home building across Canada, and Ontario is simply and certainly not immune to that. We have made significant progress, to be sure, but we also know that there is much work left to be done. And our goal is a simple one: build more than we ever have before. And frankly, I am very excited by the next steps over the coming months, starting with our new Housing Supply Action Plan. And let me be clear, we will be even more ambitious. We will cut more red tape to remove barriers and delays and lower costs to construction. We will take additional steps to ensure everyone has a place to call home, including students and seniors. We will allow for more housing to be built in rural settlements and provide more flexibility for servicing rural residential development. We will build modular homes to build homes faster and at a lower cost. And we are working on an attainable housing program that will make home ownership a reality for more Ontario families. We need to ensure that everyone in all parts of the province have a safe place to live. I know that we all agree that all levels of government have to play a role. We need you to stand with us. We need you to stand with us as we call on the federal government for Ontario's fair share of funding under the National Housing Strategy, something that we have continuously called for, including community housing, homelessness programs, and most of all, critical infrastructure. We are capable of accomplishing great things if we all work together. But that, frankly, is the key. If we are to achieve our goal, we need to be in this, all of us together. We need the federal government to do its part, and we need all of you on board as well. Fixing the housing supply crisis is not something we can do overnight. It will take bold action, and our government is prepared to do what it takes at any time. We have to set aside the culture of delays and do everything we can to get more homes built faster. Just as you hold us accountable for providing the investments you need to grow, we need you to hold yourselves accountable as well and not get in the way of more homes being built faster and more efficiently. Whether you're a large urban centre, a mid-sized city, or a small town in Northern Ontario, families in all communities are depending on all of us to build the homes that they need. Our government will continue to be a strong partner for Ontario's northern and rural municipalities. We will give you the tools you need to support growth, and we will remain focused on attracting investment, creating jobs, and getting more shovels in the ground, as well as critical infrastructure that you need to support your communities. I want to again thank each and every one of you for the collaboration that has really been the hallmark since I came into this position in September. You have all showed me nothing but time and patience, and I want to thank ROMA and AMO for that as well. And again, I look forward to meeting with each and every one of you. And with that, again, thank you for your time. I'd like to call on my cabinet colleagues to join me on stage for the Ministers' Forum. Thank you.
Please join me in welcoming to the stage TVO journalist John Michael McGrath.